offense. I have a two-way sharpshooter, so my job is to shoot threes, in the corner and play good defense. And then Hazel does all that dribble, dazzle stuff and, scores the threes with the green beans and stuff like that.
Well, one thing I will say is people that want to doubt your skills, I've seen you break some ankles out there, so
yes.
I don't think they want to cross you out there, Pink.
Not at all. Don't come for me.
From the plains of Oklahoma. And David. Well, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernangomez in at the 4 spot. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in its small forward. You don't see this very often, Clark, but tonight, 2 teams that really thrive in the half court.
Yeah, and they can get up and down, and we'll see them do that some, but they much prefer, Kevin, simply to grind it out.
And Adams has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Pass to Paul. Here's Dort. Back to Paul. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Room service assist from Paul. Can't put the ball in a better spot. His vision, outstanding.
Beasley, the pass to Russell. Hernangomez with the ball. Passes it to Okogie. Now Russell. Shot clock at 5. Over Paul. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Dort. His last outing, he had 8 points. And the layup's good off the glass.
Boy, a tough, gritty, smart point guard. Paul isn't at all intimidated by a little contact.
Beasley kicks to Towns. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Hernangomez. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Outstanding vision from Karl Anthony Towns. Not only is he willing to give it up, but he's ready to find his teammates when they're open.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 28-point game against Utah.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Beasley. It's hauled in by Adams.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
And the last 2 years, Karl Anthony Towns getting a rap as a bad defender. Clark, you think that's fair to say?
You know what, Kevin? I don't think it's as fair as it once was. He's not nearly the defensive liability he used to be. He's better defensively one-on-one, and I think he's improved in his ability to switch and rotate on smaller players. Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 5-point game. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, they were really close right there. Just couldn't string together a few key plays to help get them over the top for the win.
And it's Paul missing. Timberwolves trail by 3. Beasley, the pass to Hernangomez. Russell with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. To the paint. And finished off by Hernangomez.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3 hits it from 3-point range.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now here's Towns, providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. And Gallinari kicks to Paul. Back to Gallinari. No good there. And Minnesota now the other way. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
And so here is Oklahoma City following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And it's Adams on the follow.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
There's the pass to Towns. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Ball against Beasley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Paul can't get it to go.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Feeds it to Gallinari. And a missed layup. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
They've got Nerlens Noel, Diallo out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Ferguson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Here's Noel, the shape, and he lays it up and in. Noel's got his first basket.
Hey, just give Noel the rock in the post, and he knows what to do from there. Excellent presence in the low post.
Here's Johnson. No good on that one. So the Thunder will take it the other way.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Here's Culver. The Thunder making the shot. Pass to Reed. And the rejection by Noel.
And the shot blocking skills of Noel are a staple of his game, really one of the foundational pieces. He really takes a lot of pride in what he does on defense.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you.
And the decision-making proving to be outstanding. Culver just has a knack for taking advantage of the D in the open floor.
And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to be. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? To get to the next level, they've got to answer that question.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
A slam dunk by Diallo.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Culver kicks to Johnson. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
There's Diallo, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Molinari comes in for Muscala, and it's Robertson in for Ferguson. Here's Schroeder, and he uses the glass on the layup. Schroeder's got 4 points in the quarter. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Diallo. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Okogie's checked in for Culver. Now, here is Gallinari. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Utah.
Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways.
There's 57 seconds left in the second quarter. It's rebounded by Robertson.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Minnesota also with the sub. Beasley's checked in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Misses from close range. Oklahoma City leading by 7. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points so far.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to Okogie. Right side Towns, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Robertson, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held. And that'll do it.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
On the court for Minnesota, we've got D'Angelo Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Hernan Gomez in at power forward. Pass to Okogie. Back to Hernan Gomez. Here's Okogie. Adams defending. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be his second foul of the game. Towns, the pass to Okogie. Hernan Gomez with the ball. That one goes. Count it. Hernan Gomez has got 8 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Dort. Fades back. Adams. And that one drops for him. He has 6.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Beasley, the pass to Russell. To the inside. The pass to Hernan Gomez. Over Gallinari. And that one, good.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Thunder. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Adams' shot is off.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there.
And you look at how Towns is so effective.
Oh, the power on that prudent.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it, Kevin and Greg. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Up top, Diallo. 7 points in the game. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Pass to Reed. He kicks to Culver. He feeds it to Johnson. Drops it in from 11 feet. Johnson's got his second bucket.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Here's Ferguson, Oklahoma City, moving it around. Now, here is Muscala. He's guarded by Johnson. Chalk up 2 there.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
So it's Minnesota now, after the missed 3 from Dennis Schroeder. Johnson off on the layup. The Thunder leading by 5. Ferguson kicks to Robertson. To the middle. Here's Noel. It's good. Noel's got his second basket of the night.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Inside. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
You can't just heave it, though. I mean, it's got to be a quality shot.
There's 31 seconds left here in the third quarter. And he comes up with the deuce.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
It's rebounded by Robertson. Robertson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
There's Noel, and slam dunk by Noel.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Noel laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Here's Robertson, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward position. Hall out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Adams in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Drains the three-pointer. Russell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And, you know, Russell is so smooth. He's got deceptive length, which allows him to get those shots off behind the arc.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success. Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort. He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Paul against Russell. Paul outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
Outstanding long-range marksmanship from Paul. Solid at spraying it from deep.
Here's Hernan Gomez. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Now here's Diallo. Guarded closely. Paul outside. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. And now a 12-point Thunder lead. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
And that one is good by Beasley.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Adams. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The offensive rebound. Passes to Paul. There's the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. Russell dishes to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Easily in the post. He's guarded by Diallo. That one drops for him.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Oklahoma City leading by 11. And here is Paul. Not going to go that time. Towns with the defensive effort. Here's Russell. Back to Beasley. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from Beasley. So it's the Thunder now. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Floats it up for Beasley.
And I don't care what his size is. You cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
Here's Gallinari. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it. Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Vanderbilt. Rebound by Muscala.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Don't come for me unless I send for you.
Take it easy on me if I run into you, okay?
Of course, always.
So, Pink, last year, I remember we talked about the WNBA coming to NBA 2K for the first time. I can confirm that it's back in NBA 2K21. What are some things you'd like to see to improve on the WNBA inclusion?
I would like to see, like, people that are not my size look so short. Like, I remember...
And just about to get underway is the starting five.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Beasley.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Richaun Holmes out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Towns. Beasley is out there with Russell. And it's Okogie in at the 3 slot. And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. Here's Towns. Cans the 12-footer. You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. Barnes outside. They get it back. Holmes passes to Bielitsa and stolen by Russell. Here's Okogie. Here's Towns. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Oh, that's a strong finish. And Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top. Boy, when you think about the skill that Karl Anthony Towns has, and you realize he's just getting started in the league, his future is truly off the charts. By the midpoint of his career, we could be talking about him as one of the most skilled big men to ever play the game.
Now, here's Fox. Last game he had 28 points. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Russell finds Towns. Beasley against Bogdanovich. And the pass to Okogie. Towns with it. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Okogie misses. And with the offensive tool set of Karl Anthony Towns, Doris, he could see MVP consideration in the future.
Well, what we know about Karl Anthony Towns certainly is that each and every night he has a major impact for his team. And consider, he's still growing as a player and ironing out some areas. But this guy is going to be a star for a long time, no doubt.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul. Kings have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Russell against Fox. To the middle. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And looking at the numbers for De'Aaron Fox, tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 14th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Shot by Hield, nobody around. Again, the miss by the King. Russell from long range. Another shot. Pass to Okogie. Here's Hernangomez. Covered by Hield. Just 5 to shoot. Hernangomez kicks to Beasley. Kept alive, Minnesota. Towns. And too long on the shot. The Kings trail by 7. To the inside. And Holmes throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And yes, it's good. And that's now 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Fox. That one good for 2.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low. And you think about the Wolves' history. KG, clearly their best player, but Big Cat has a chance to reach that level someday.
He does, Greg, and I think we always look through KG's legacy being defined by passion, commitment, and leadership. That was as important as his basketball skill. Karl Anthony Towns is similarly talented, right? I think the key is he just needs to find consistency. That's the last step.
Now Towns. After the missed 3 from Buddy Hield. Passes it to Hernangomez. Back to Beasley. Here's Okogie. Wants to get it to Beasley and does. Rebound by Bielitsa.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Down low. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Pass to Russell. Now Beasley. The pass to Okogie. Here's Hernangomez. Misses from short range. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota. He comes away with 11 points. All All-Star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to...
I want to be the best player who ever played. And
his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far in the Timberwolves?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Kent Bazemore is out there with Giles, and it's Len in at the center, locking down the middle. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Fires from the wing. He can't hit that time. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Dishes it to Johnson. The rebound by Hield. The Kings trail by 5. And Joseph kicks it to Bazemore. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Sacramento making some changes. Jabari Parker comes in for Giles. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Buddy Hield. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Reed. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Reed. Now here's Culver. Passes it to Johnson. He dishes it to Culver. Here's Layman trying to get open as Johnson. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1.
The 29th pick in 2011. Boy, Corey Joseph, what an energetic, committed defender. And the thing I love, he can guard either backcourt spot.
Len finds Bogdanovic, and so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovic touched it last.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. And part of the wave of Canadian basketball talent, Corey Joseph played on the Raptors, the Spurs, and the Pacers.
And at each stop, Kevin, he has played winning basketball. He understands he's got to be stout on the defensive end. And if his shot presents itself, he is capable of knocking it down.
To the paint. Mr. Layman. From deep. Rebound by the Kings. And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Minnesota. Sacramento also making some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Joseph. Count that one.
You must be confident in the jumper, and Alex Len letting it fly from the mid-range.
Inside, here's Johnson. Left side, Towns. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Barnes passes to Bogdanovic. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Kicks it out to Johnson. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Sacramento, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Stolen by Len. Fox looking it over. Bogdanovic left side. And he banks in the layup. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 4 now for the Kings.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Johnson kicks to Lehman. Noel, guarded by Fox. Another miss by Minnesota. To the inside, and the dunk by Parker.
Well, he's letting them know he's in the house. Parker playing with great intensity on the offensive end.
There's Lehman, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, a pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. During one stretch, they trailed. And that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Karl-Anthony Towns has been sensational.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
We've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with Russell. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Ryan Saunders. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Doris, you've said this often, it is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible-to-check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
Just 4 to shoot. Fox finds Barnes, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for their matchup with the Magic, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
The pass to Fox. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. And Gomez has got 4 rebounds in this game. Okogie, the pass to Beasley, throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Passes it to Bogdanovich. All sorts of time. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 5 rebounds tonight.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Back to Russell. Out left to the wing. Towns, wide open. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Towns has got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves. And Towns, a player who took a little bit of time adjusting from the college game at Kentucky to the NBA game, especially, Doris, on the defensive end.
I do think you have to appreciate over the last several seasons Karl-Anthony Towns' commitment to becoming a better defender. Listen, he has the length to not only block shots, but to alter shots, and you just want him to have consistent effort on that end.
Pass to Okogie. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Russell with the bucket.
Well, it's key that you've got to maintain concentration throughout the game. And D'Angelo Russell, nice job in the catch and shoot.
Bogdanovich against Beasley. And Bogdanovich kicks to Barnes. Pass to Bialic. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Fox.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
The Kings making a switch here. Giles checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Ken Bazemore comes in for Barnes. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And Corey Joseph subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Timberwolves shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well. Just about 75% from the line.
And the technical free throw is good. Minnesota making some changes. James Johnson's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Russell. And the Kings also making a change. Parker's checked in. The offensive rebound. Layman. Timberwolves passing it around. Count it. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Hield the pass to Parker. Joseph dishes to Parker. It's not going to go for him. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
Gotta recognize the situation. Trying to get a 2 for 1.
Well, this is where the play call is crucial, right? If you're in a 2 for 1, you've got to get the first shot quickly.
Reed the pass to Beasley. Here's Reed. He's covered by Joseph. There's the dish to Johnson. Shoots over Bazemore. Johnson's shot is off. The Kings trail by 3. The feed to Parker. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Back to Parker. Minnesota with the rebound.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Fox. From outside, off the mark. 3/4 of play in a close game here. The Timberwolves on top, ending the third quarter with a 13-4 run. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. That's at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Giles is out there with Len, and it's Parker in at the small forward. Timberwolves leading by 3. Beasley, the pass to Johnson. Here's Reed. Russell looking it over, and there's the pass to Reed. Kicks it to Beasley. Second shot opportunity. Shooting foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He told his guys, tempo, more tempo. You've got to be quicker into transition. Push the ball. Let's get some opportunities before their defense can set up. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Hield can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 8. Russell kicks to Beasley. Russell passes to Johnson. Beasley with it. Here's Reed, guarded by Len. Passes to Reed. On target from 13 feet. Reeves got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves.
Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Hernan Gomez comes in for James Johnson. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the Kings. Harrison Barnes comes in for Giles. Bjelica with the bucket.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Bounce pass, Russell. Hernan Gomez passes to Towns. Down low and stolen by Bjelica. Here's Barnes. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Beasley kicks to Russell. Hernan Gomez against Bjelica. Hernan Gomez, no good. The Kings trail by 6. Fox passes to Hield. Lays it up off the glass. Hield's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator. And that's one reason why his team is playing well.
And it's Barnes with the ball for the Kings. Got a piece of it. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Russell kicks to Beasley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Got a piece of it. Bjelica with it. He's picked up by Russell. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Bjelica.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
You have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
Beasley kicks to Hernan Gomez. Feeds to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
To the middle. Fast break, Minnesota. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
And what a huge sequence that could be.
Wow, a play that might come to define this game.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Kogi, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Right side Towns. Back to Hernan Gomez. 5 to shoot. You can't get that one. And it's the Kings taking it the other way.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste, Greg. Not at this point in the game. Oh, with that calm demeanor, Barnes sticks that one right in their eye.
Up top, Russell. Guarded by Fox. Here's Towns. It's good!
Oh, does he deliver? That is a determined young fella right there. Karl Anthony Towns.
And Bjelica kicks to Fox. Misses the 3. Hield finds Holmes. Hield bounce pass. At the elbow, Fox. The 3 from Barnes. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. vivid improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I remember Erica Willer. I remember playing with her. She looked like, really small. Other than that, I would like to see some dunks. I know that has to, come from the women themselves, but see a little bit more of, flashy to the basket things like, the Euro, the, hop dunk, the Euro dunk. I know they're not doing that, but it would be nice to see.
Now, you started an amazing...
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Good Friday night to you, sports fans. DA. It sure is fun to watch, DA. Thank you. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the 3. And for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Richaun Holmes out there with Bielitsa, and it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Paul. Shot clock at 6. Now the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots it. And that one hits back iron.
Well, the new arena for the Kings looks amazing, C-Webb. Just how much has this meant to the city?
It means so much to the city, G.A. I mean, ownership has been wonderful. It keeps the team here long-term. It's revitalized the whole downtown. Sacramento is a city that has thrived with the addition of this arena.
Now, here's Bogdanovich following the shot by Chris Paul. Barnes finds Holmes. Here's Bielitsa. Gallinari covering. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Bielitsa misses. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. The last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Fox passes to Bielitsa. Back to Fox. And the 3 ball is good. Fox has got the first 3 points tonight for the Kings.
Well, you see the improvement. Fox really shoots with such confidence and precision from deep now.
Paul dishes to Adams. Fox with the steal. Right side, Bogdanovich. Here's Holmes. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
Passes like that help develop team chemistry. Bogdanovich, I love the display of unselfishness.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Got that one up quick. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you said.
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the great ones. No. Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Len comes in for Rashawn Holmes, and Hield subbed in for Bogdanovich. 5 on the clock. Fox kicks to Len. Over Noel. And the shot is long.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. I mean, look what happened.
It's Schroeder with the drive. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. That's going to send Dennis Schroeder to the free throw line. That one is on Hield. And some changes here for the Kings. Giles checked in for Bielitsa. Ken Bazemore comes in for Barnes. And it's Joseph in for De'Aaron Fox. And then for Oklahoma City, Ferguson's checked in for Gallinari. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Hield. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans.
And the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. The young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with him. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Now, here's Bazemore. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
Here's Schroeder. Drills it from outside. Schroeder's got his second basket of the night. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. Inside, got a piece of it. And stolen by Noel. Stolen by Len. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Diallo, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
The Kings making a switch here. Parker's checked in, and Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Ferguson. Knocks it loose, and stolen by Diallo. Schroeder outside. Here's Robertson. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting his mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. 1 quarter in the... Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game.
The steals thing is...
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Credit to coaching, Jamie. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter, but now it's paying off.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the floor for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Parker out there with Giles, and it's Bazemore at the small forward. And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the Kings pick up 2. Robertson, the pass to Schroeder. 6 to shoot, and he comes up with the deuce. Schroeder's got 8 points. Here's Bazemore. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Giles kicks it to Bazemore. Outside, Joseph. Here's Giles. He's covered by Noel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Diallo. Now, here's Robertson. He's covered closely. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul. Some changes for Sacramento. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Harry Giles. Harrison Barnes comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Buddy Hield. Adams' shot is good.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Holmes passes to Barnes. To Holmes. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Sacramento making some changes. Bjelica, he checks in for Parker. And it's Fox in for Corey Joseph. The Thunder also changing it up. Gallinari, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Andre Robertson. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Paul finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target with his three. Kings have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Chris, when Bjelica is on the floor, he certainly gives this offense a different look.
Yeah, Bjelica does a fantastic job spreading the floor and opening the lanes for the rest of the team. Doesn't have to play 30 minutes to make his impact felt out there on the floor. Just key stretches to free things up.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
I've seen Paul make about 1 million of those passes over his career and never gets open.
And Bogdanovic kicks to Barnes. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And Adams has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Yep, that one goes in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 now.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Bogdanovic looking around. Barnes outside. Pocket 6. Unloads from 13. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Paul. Gallinari trying to get open. And Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got his first points in this one. The Kings trail by 4. Outside, Fox. 51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And the dunk by Bjelica.
Oh, yeah, we've seen the evolution of Fox as a passer. And with every pass like that, it's obvious how far he's come.
And it's Gallinari missing. The Kings have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. And the dunk by Bjelica.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's Paul. Last game he had 28 points. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Paul's got 4 this quarter.
So crafty inside. I mean, Paul's been successful for many years at challenging the heart of your defense.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Alex Len's checked in for the Kings. Kent Bazemore comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Here's Len. And Adams sends it back. Paul outside. In close. And Adams with the basket on the assist by Paul. Now it's a 4-point Thunder lead from deep 3-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thunder lead by 4. Okay, David, much appreciated, and now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the first half. It's been a dandy. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period with 3 points. And that should...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Dort in at the three. Paul's shot is off.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
And what just drops your jaw, Chris, with Fox is just how quick he gets up and down the floor.
Yeah, he's an absolute bullet once he gets out in transition. A good amount of his points come from just beating everyone else down the floor when he pushes the tempo.
Paul with the three, and the Thunder another three.
You got to appreciate how assured Paul is. He takes pride in torching the D on the catch and shoot.
Bjelica finds Barnes. Back to Bjelica. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. Bjelica's got 5 points now this quarter. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Paul dishes to Adams. And the rejection by Holmes. Now here's Bogdanovich. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Makes it off the glass.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Passes it to Gallinari. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Gallinari against Bjelica. The drive by Barnes. Bjelica passes to Barnes. Holmes with it. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Giles checked in for Bjelica. Jabari Parker comes in for Barnes. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for Fox. Robertson kicks to Noel. There's the pass to Robertson. And Parker with the block.
This is the defense you want to see from Parker, stepping up with the big-time block.
Diallo the pass to Schroeder. Over Joseph. And it's Schroeder missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down, and he is that open.
Holmes. And Holmes throws it down.
This is the attitude Parker plays with, someone who's very willing to give it up to his open guys.
To the right side. Diallo kicks it over to Schroeder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Lenz checked in for Giles, and it's Kent Bazemore in for Corey Joseph. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Ferguson's checked in. Len passes to Parker. Hield outside. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And the Kings lead by 6.
Hield is so quick on the drive, blasting through the defense, easily getting all the way to the cup.
Pass to Ferguson. And Muscala has it in the corner. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Parker. And it's Hield off the drive. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 1:14 left to play in the third. Noel. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 5 rebounds tonight. Parker dishes to Len. Parker passes to Len. Trying to find Parker. He's got it now. Over Muscala. Parker finds Hield. Bazemore for three. Rebound by Muscala. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
There's Noel. And he banks in the layup.
He's not going to back off when he's down. I mean, when he's got a chance to attack the basket.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
You just have to manage the clock correctly. Sometimes it's easier said than done if you also want to get a good look.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
De'Aaron Fox is checked in for Kent Bazemore.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Lenka kicks to Hield. Here's Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
Oh, no doubt that Buddy Hield can shoot with the best of, but it's encouraging watching him share the wealth as well.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. The Kings on top, leading by 4. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Len out there with Bielitz, and it's Fox in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Home. Len grabs the board.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
That's a good break. I mean, it's tough to connect on those long-distance passes.
On the wing, Barnes. Len passes to Hield.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Kicks it out to Paul. Shot from the wing. Bullseye.
That medium range area, that was Paul's bread and butter when he entered into the league. I mean, then he added range to that.
Here's Fox. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Gallinari.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Giles checked in for Sacramento. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Diallo, he's checked in for Ferguson.
What sticks out about Fox is his speed. He's one of the fastest guys in the game at both ends of the floor.
Paul with the 3. But they get it back. And Adams kicks to Paul. Shoots over Fox. Again, the miss by Paul.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Here's Barnes. That one goes in. And the Kings lead by 7.
Oh, the muscle and focus on display right there. Barnes, not easy trying to distract him from there.
Paul with the 3. Rebound by the Kings. Bielitz has got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Buddy Hield. And here are the Kings now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Fox. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Under trailing by 7. And Paul puts up a deep 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the King. Lays it up and banks it in. Fox has got the lead up to 9 now for Sacramento.
Wow. excellent concentration. I mean, when Fox is determined to score, it's tough for the defense to shake him.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Here's Giles. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Molinari passes to Dort. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
First one falls for Richaun Holmes. He's checked in for Sacramento. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Bogdanovich passes to Holmes. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Holmes finds Bielitsa, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And how about the fundamentals right there? I mean, Bielitsa is so skilled at keeping his balance in the face of adversity.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Back to Paul. Count it. Paul's got 6 in the quarter.
Unreal. I mean, just think about it. Paul's been doing this for years, making huge shots.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Fox. Back to Bogdanovich. From past the arc. No good on the shot. The Thunder have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. A shot by Paul, no good.
Look, I know he wants to get him back into this, but that's not the way to do it. They need smart shots, not these.
Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Here's Fox. That shot missing. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Here's Dort. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oh, Chris Paul, one of the best ever at running on offense and getting his teammates involved.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And Paul over to help. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Adams.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Let's see what they run here. This is not the time to panic. Work the offense.
Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Yeah, they still got work to do, but what a job they've done to get back into this.
And so it's Sacramento who's straight by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean,
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Amazing group, Ball Like Her. Talk more about that.
Yes, Spotlight Court is basically a safe place for all women gamers from all walks of life. You know, women supporting women, empowering women to do, you know, streaming, create content without a fear of, oh, you're a girl, you can't play video games, or go get in the kitchen, or the crazy things that we hear on a day-to-day basis. It's basically a safe place. So for any women gamers out
Traffic heading in and out of downtown. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, the Timberwolves, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And, you know, for the Thunder, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the 3 slot. And for Minnesota, Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Okogie in at the 3. Paul can't get it to go. Well, we're down the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. He's no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Clock at 2. Fires from deep. No good that time. Nice D from Russell. Here's Minnesota. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Gallinari left side. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bangs home the trifecta.
More and more promise here as a jump shooter, as Gilgeous-Alexander has a solid three-point shot.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Gallinari with the steal. Here's Dort. Banked in off the glass.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
That one falls.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Shots good by Hernangomez.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Paul. 3-pointer. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The Timberwolves trail. And Beasley, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Right, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible and
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
It's great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support it.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Out to the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Now, here is Russell. 16 feet away. Hernangomez, no good. Pass to Dort. Lets it go with the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Dort's got 9 points.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Another miss by Minnesota. The Thunder leading by 4. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Okogie, the pass to Towns. Here's Okogie. Back to Towns. No good, unable to end this run.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Beasley, and oh, what a play. He just palms the block. Paul for 3. He made it. He gets it to go. Wow.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Thunder lead by 9. And we'll be back in just a moment.
It's been a sort of long relationship.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GA spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Thunder, we've got Ferguson. Adams is out there with Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Diallo in at the 2. Pass to Culver. The pass to Reed. Now Johnson. 6 to shoot. Over Noel. Johnson's shot is off.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Reed. Adams defending, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
And every season, the Thunder continue to be one of the more dominating teams on the glass.
Just wonder how much Steven Adams has been the catalyst for that kind of mentality. We know that offensively he's always in there to grab rebounds, but it's part of what they know is important in any possession is collecting the ball.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And here's the fast break. Here's Robertson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games, averaging 13 points per game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
The role consists of rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else he gives you is found change in the couch.
Pass to Layman. He kicks it to Culver. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. To the inside. Here's Reed. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Reed's got his first basket of the night.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Noel up top. He's guarded by Johnson. Ferguson, the pass to Muscala. Culver with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Layman.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard for the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play these guys heads up. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Noel, defended by Robertson. Pass to Johnson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Ferguson kicks to Robertson. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Johnson. And stolen by Noel. Muscala dishes to Robertson over Johnson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one's on Johnson.
Robertson being aggressive that time, so staying away from the catch and shoot game and taking it at the defense.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Then for the Thunder, Gallinari, he's checked in for Noel. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Passes it to Okogie. To the paint. Unable to get that one. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserve.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Just such leadership that Chris Paul brings every night to the floor. It commands your respect and the opponent's respect, and it's making everyone around him better right now.
Diallo, he's checked in for the Thunder. Left side, Towns. Over Muscala. Tried to bank it in, but he missed.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Got there early, and his anticipation of that play.
Oh, the power on that.
Unreal.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 28-point game against Utah.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And so it's the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 15. Kenny, some perspective, please.
They've done a lot of things.
And that'll do it for us.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
We've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with Russell, and it's Towns in at the center. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Okogie. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Okogie's got his first basket.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Elbow shot. Adams, great positioning on the putback.
Adams just continuing to grind it out. Outstanding staying after that possession. And then he grabs a second chance deuce.
And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That is his first foul of the game. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take, 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense. But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's about he has an idea of after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who was a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
Russell passes to Towns. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Towns has got 13 points.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Here's Russell. Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, multi-dimensional score. Hard to match up with Russell in that kind of space.
Back to Gallinari. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. His shot by Paul, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Basket, good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. Now Adams. Towns with the steal. Okogie, the pass to Beasley. And here is Hernangomez. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Hernangomez has got his second bucket tonight. The Thunder leading by 9. And there's the pass to Dort. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Beasley outside. Towns kicks to Beasley. Here's Hernangomez. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Here's Paul. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Pass to Beasley. Back to Towns. Paul with the steal. From deep. They get it back. Adams. Lets it go from deep. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Adams. Adams has got 3 assists tonight.
Trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
And again, Minnesota will turn it over.
And a moment to see numbers for Adams. 7th in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. The Thunder with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 10. Johnson, the pass to Reed. And it's Layman in the corner. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Diallo finds Noel. Back to Diallo. Pass to Noel. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Schroeder. Tries it from 19. Yep, it counts. Schroeder's got 10.
He's such a strong offensive player. Schroeder is capable of knocking down some mid-range shots if you give him some room.
And the pass to Reed. And that one, good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Noel dishes to Schroeder. Rebound by Johnson. Here's Layman. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Reed gets the bucket.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Noel, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, when Nerlens Noel stays very confident offensively, good things like this tend to happen.
All free throws good from Noel.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. You don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And so it's Oklahoma City holding on to an 8-point lead. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Dennis Schroeder, Mike Muscala out there with Ferguson, and there's Nerlens Noel, and it's Diallo in at the 2-guard. Muscala gets the bucket. Muscala's got his first bucket of the night.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Reed the pass to Layman. Down low. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Reed. Colbert kicks to Russell. And another three for Minnesota.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Ryan Saunders' huddle. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
The first free throw is good. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Johnson. And Okogie subbed in for Culver. Then for the Thunder, Alinari, he's checked in for Muscala. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Diallo. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Gilgeous-Alexander. And the basket is good. And the Thunder lead by 5.
Now, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
And stolen by Noel. Tries it from the top of the key. Paul can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to Ferguson. Alinari down low. Fires from 14. No good off the back of the rim. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Okogie. Ferguson with the rebound. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Count the basket.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Paul missing. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Kicks it out to Beasley. Passes to Okogie to take the lead. Up again, and it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 19 points.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Paul surveying the floor. Three-pointer, and he's good on the three ball.
And that is why Chris Paul has the ball in his hands. Delivered.
And again, it's Minnesota.
Hard to leave any NBA player that wide open from that distance.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Basket counts.
Well, right now the defense completely uncomfortable in guarding pick and rolls with Chris Paul. He loves to dice up the D in those sets.
Beasley, the best at times, and stolen by Noel. Out to the right wing. Over in the corner, Paul. Noel trying to break loose. No good that time. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Here's Okogie. It's in! A huge shot to tie it up.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Ball against Russell. Paul kicks to Gallinari. A three ball. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Here's Okogie. Second chance shot. Here's Towns. It falls!
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The shot by Paul. Nobody around. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's the three. Can't knock in the three. Deflects the pass. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
be a part of a sisterhood. You can hit me up on Twitter at Pretty Loves Pink, and I could, tell you a little bit more about Volley Her, and we can, join you, especially if you're a streamer or a content creator, or maybe even just a supporter of women gamers. We have a place for you if you're looking for a home.
We here at NBA 2K want to empower women, and we love hearing stuff like this. So definitely check out that group if you are looking to get in.
Up next, the weekend has officially begun. And here's a look at some numbers for Culver.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, we've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with Russell, and it's Towns in at the 5 down low. And for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bielitsa, and it's Holmes in at the center, locking down the middle. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. So with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
Shots good by Hernangomez.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Bielitsa, that falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Beasley, the pass to Towns. Back to Beasley. Left side, Towns. Pass to Hernangomez. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 11. Towns, no luck. For Sacramento, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Yep, that one goes.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Beasley against Bogdanovich. Kicks it out to Beasley. Back to Hernangomez. Bogdanovich against Beasley. Over Bogdanovich. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Kings have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
And you think about the 2 best talents in Wolves history. KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer. The Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those 2 guys. Boy, it could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Holmes with it. Now guarded by Towns. Here's Barnes, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And I think Barnes is an impressive athlete, Kevin. You can say that for a lot of guys in this league, but he excels at reading the defense and forcing the issue.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Alex Lenz checked in for Rashad Holmes. Giles comes in for Bielitsa. Fields checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for Fox. Johnson, the pass to Reed. Back to Johnson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Kings leading now by 4. Hield outside. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Giles. Johnson with the block. Pass to Culver. Here's Reed, covered by Hield. Reed misses. And here we go, fast break. Barnes has got it. The shot from the low post is good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Johnson. Noel covered by Heel. The pass to Johnson, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And some changes here for the Kings. Jabari Parker's checked in for Alex Len. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Harrison Barnes. Kings leading now by 6. Now here's Joseph. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Inside. Reed the pass to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Reed gets the bucket.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Well, composure, execution, efficiency in a tight ball game is typically what's going to determine the winner.
Layman kicks to Culver. Here's Reed. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Sacramento holding up. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Jabari Parker is out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Giles in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now here's Joseph. Parker outside. Pass to Giles. And that one is hammered home.
Phenomenal court vision by Parker. He really has all the tools to be a great player in this league.
Pass to Reed. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
To the paint, stolen. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Layman. Johnson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Here's Hield. They get it again. Parker kicks it to Bazemore. Just 5 to shoot. Goes back up, and the layup is good.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pass to Reed. Johnson right side. Noel covered by Hield. The pass to Layman. Here's Reed. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. We're seeing more and more young coaches in the NBA. Think this is a trend? Is it completely circumstantial? What's your view on it?
Well, I think you've got more younger coaches that are capable and able to coach. And the league is quite young, too. I think it's a current trend. But we've seen that before in decades past when it seems the wave of coaches are younger. I think it's more or less kind of the cycle of life that we see across a lot of different industries.
Here's Beasley. Jabari Parker making his last shot. Beasley dishes to Russell. Here's Reed, guarded by Holmes. Reed misses. Kings leading now by 6. Out to Parker. Back to Bazemore. Fires for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Bazemore has got his second bucket of the night.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Beasley trying to break free. Bucket is good.
Beast mode in the painted area. Karl-Anthony Towns. Hard to match up with him. His size and skill set top level.
Now, here's Bielitsa. 14 points from him the last game against New Orleans.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
And Parker stays with it. Parker's got the lead up to 9 now for Sacramento.
Oh, I tell you what, tremendous work rate in getting to the glass by Parker. If you don't box him out, he'll make you pay for it.
Russell left side. Fox with the steal. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. Bazemore. No one around him. Parker kicks it to Bazemore. Passes it to Bielitsa. Wide open shot is on the money. And now it's an 11-point Kings lead.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
The putback. It's good on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
And stolen by Bazemore. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. And it's Fox with the jam.
And Fox is so good in the open floor, Kevin. Whether he's passing to teammates or doing his own grocery bagging, this dude's a major threat in the open space.
Now here's Towns, providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Russell against Fox. Here's Parker. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against Houston.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Holmes, good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
No good from Beasley.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Bazemore passes to Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
And when and if you allow Parker to get to the basket, I mean, you risk seeing him punch it right in your mug. I mean, his athletic ability is deceptive, but it's real.
Russell. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so a pretty lopsided game to the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Sacramento came out looking very confident. Their sharp focus and apparent preparation for the matchup helped them. And
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Jabari Parker has been exceptional here today, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Malik Beasley out there with Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in a power forward.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And the rejection by Towns.
Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways.
Alex Lenz checked in for Parker. Timberwolves trail by 19. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Unloads from 13, and that one goes long.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Pass to Bialica. Back to Barnes. Banked in off the glass. Barnes has got 6 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Shots good by Hernangomez. Hernangomez has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Bogdanovich finds Fox. And no good that time. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Beasley for 3. He can't get it to go.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Count that bucket. 12 points for him. Here's Fox. He's got 6. And here's Bogdanovich. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one is on Towns. All right, Clark, game is on the line. 1 free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great names. Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Harry Giles is checked in for Bialica. Hield comes in for Barnes. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox. Now, here's Culver. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Shot clock at 5. Johnson dishes to Culver. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Now, here's Joseph. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Hield with the bucket.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Back to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Kings. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Alex Len, and it's Barnes in for Joseph. D'Angelo Russell's checked in for the Timberwolves. Now here's Towns. He's got 10. Culver with it. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Giles. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Wasted no time on that one. And it's 6 points for Buddy Hield.
And you've got to be up on Hield, especially when he's beyond the arc. If not, he'll burn you.
Johnson kicks to Culver. Pass to Russell. Here's Layman. Covered by Barnes. Russell passes to Johnson. To the inside. Towns trying to get open. Johnson, good. Johnson's got 6 points. On the wing, Barnes. Misses there. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Kings lead by 17. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Sacramento, Hield and Vaughn are the 2 and the 3. Giles is out there with Holmes, and it's Fox in at the point. Now the pass to Layman. Here's Reed. Outside, Russell. Clock at 6. Passes it to Culver. Here's Layman. The three-pointer, no good. Sacramento leading by 19. Here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
Well, you got to step in front of Barnes on that drive, Kevin. I mean, when you don't, he's focused on bashing the rim in.
Layman gets the bucket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. So it's Minnesota now. Harrison Barnes missing on the 3.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
He kicks it to Fox. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And that game against the Suns, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Now, here is Russell. Culver passes to Reed, tries again, and the rejection by Holmes. Here's Hield. Pass to Giles. Barnes looking around. The kick out to Fox. Holmes passes to Giles. To Holmes, takes the 13-footer. Good, he hits the jump shot. And the Kings lead by 19. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Culver. And Layman now top of the key. Kicks to Johnson. 16 feet away. It's hauled in by the Kings.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Now here's Johnson. Reed the pass to Culver. Here's Reed, guarded by Fox. Layman kicks to Russell. Over Hield. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Fox passes to Holmes. Now Barnes. Hield with it. He's picked up by Russell. Good ball movement here by the Kings. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Fox. And Layman pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 21.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Sacramento.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Parker.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
And here are the Kings now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Farrell kicks to Bogdanovich, and there's the pass to Len, and taken away by Johnson. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Vanderbilt. Pass to Spellman. Inside. Here's Johnson. Pass to Vanderbilt. And the basket by Johnson. Sacramento with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Covered by Evans. Bogdanovich, no luck. Noel. And it falls.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
To get into NBA 2K and want to play with some very positive people in the community.
Yes, we'll be there with open arms. You can come home to us.
Awesome.
Thanks so much for being a part of the 2K community as well.
No problem. Thank you guys for, acknowledging me and having me and interviewing me and, showing the world that, girls play video games as well.
No problem. And I'm looking forward to seeing your highlights on 2K.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Fox.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
Now Sacramento's starting 5. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Richaun Holmes out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot.
And Doris, hard to find many arenas that have a better home court advantage than Oklahoma City.
Greg, it is the only show in Oklahoma City, and this arena gets loud. The fans come out every game. There is no doubting this is one of the best arenas in the NBA.
Kicks it out to Paul. Fires the 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Stolen. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And the future Hall of Famer loves to dish the rock. Paul has a pass-first mentality. He makes everyone around him better.
Offensive rebound. Here's Holmes. Pass to Fox. From deep three-point range. Bogdanovich, know what?
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And stolen by Barnes. Outside, Fox. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And it's Bogdanovich again missing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good D by Barnes.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
The kick out to Fox. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. Has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
A nice shot by Gallinari. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
It's so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league get a glimpse of the future, what these teams want these individual players to be like. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Muscala, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Gallinari. Diallo, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. Alex Len's checked in for the Kings. Giles comes in for Bjelica. The 3 from Barnes. And it's Noel with the rebound. The Thunder leading by 3. Ferguson kicks to Muscala. Here's Schroeder. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And this is Schroeder's game, right? Get off the dribble drive with a quick first step. Nice.
Sacramento moving it around. Here's Hield. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Robertson, he's checked in for the Thunder. Sacramento also making some changes. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Barnes, and it's Joseph in for Fox.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
That's tipped. And now Sacramento on the break. Healed the pass to Bazemore. Here's Ferguson. He's covered by Joseph.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
It's good.
Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Kicks it out to Schroeder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, when Dennis Schroeder is in attack mode, he is skilled enough to get the defense to overcommit.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Harry Giles. Schroeder hits them both. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Robertson, and the dunk by Robertson.
Wow, demonstrating that solid leaping and verticality. Andre Robertson doing work.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. They trail by 9 points. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. They grab their own miss. Out to Parker. Offensive rebound. Right wing. Pass to Bazemore. Len with it. Defended by Robertson. Here's Parker.
Well, you know this about guys coming out of the city of Chicago. They usually play with great instincts and are thirsty scorers, and that's what Jabari Parker is.
And Parker drops them both. 7 seconds left to play in the first. Passes it to Robertson. 3 seconds left. He takes it up and lays it in. Robertson's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Thunder lead by 9. Chris Paul talks about the matchups he faces at the point.
Toughest position in the NBA night in and night.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
They've got Adams, Mike Muscala out there with Andre Robertson. Then there's Dennis Schroeder and Diallo in at the two-guard position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. To the middle. Here's Robertson. Nice move. Over Healed. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Alinari, he's checked in for Muscala. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Diallo. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Bogdanovich passes to Holmes. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Noel's checked in. Paul looking over the floor. Connects from three-point range. Paul's got the lead up to 13 now for the Thunder.
Yeah, what you like about Paul and the pick and roll, not just excellent timing with the pass, but the placement. It's always where it needs to be for the finish.
Back to Parker. Wide open look. That shot is off. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues, Greg, and give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
Down low, here's Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
I'll tell you, a terrific read from Corey Joseph. He recognizes the overcommitment of the defense and takes advantage.
Gallinari outside. And the pass to Noel. And the rejection by Holmes. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. And some changes here for the Kings. Harry Giles is checked in for Richaun Holmes. Barnes comes in for Parker. And it's Fox in for Corey Joseph. The putback. The shot missing. And the Kings going the other way now. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand.
Well, this guy is willing to make the extra pass. Barnes is not just a finisher, right? This guy's most efficient when he plays within the structure of the offense.
And Noel kicks to Paul. Noel passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul with the three. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. Fifth on the list, the Thunder.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Fox finds Bogdanovich. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
Here's Bogdanovich, and the layup's good off the glass. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now this quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now here's Paul. Last game he had 28 points. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Kings.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fox.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Paul. And a change for Sacramento. Hields checked in for Bogdan Bogdanovich.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Pass to Barnes. Kings moving the ball around. Bielitsa passes to Giles. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. George got his third bucket of the night. That's a 2 from Hield. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Oklahoma City holding on to an 8-point. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They have an 8-point lead. And big fella, let's get your and that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Oklahoma City leading by 8. Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes, and at the 3, the small forward.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
And Holmes throws it down.
just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Here's Gallinari, and it's blocked. The wide open look here for Fox. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
And that one drops for him. That's 7 points for Chris Paul. The Kings trail by 8. Here's Fox. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And Bogdanovich kicks to Holmes. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Or as you think about the anchor of this team, Steven Adams just holds it down in the middle.
Oh, Steven Adams does so much, but it all starts on the defensive end with this guy. He takes away so much space on the interior. He is commanding on the backboards. He contests shots. Everything you could hope for, Steven Adams brings.
Ball finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Passes to Bielitsa. And taken away by Paul. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. Gallinari passes to Paul. Rebound by the Kings. Bogdanovich has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Paul. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Lets it go from deep. They get the rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, the Sacramento Kings. They're 5 spots away.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. That'll put Gallinari at the line. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox. A platoon swap here for Sacramento. Of course, you and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Schroeder against Joseph. Heel dishes to Joseph. 4 on the shot clock. Bazemore for 3. Rebound by Muscala. The Thunder leading by 5. There's the pass to Ferguson. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. A nice shot by Gallinari.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Joseph against Schroeder. And Joseph kicks to Parker. Joseph, the pass to Parker. Joseph down low. He's covered by Muscala. Shot by Joseph, no good. Here's Diallo. Sacramento grabs the miss. And oh, here we go. Joseph's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Bazemore, and that's good. Lead pass to get it done.
Well, Corey Joseph, it's important that he continue to seek out his teammates and put it on point when they're open.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Oklahoma City shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the third. Parker outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Parker's got 5 points so far.
So smooth off the catch. Parker with the refined mechanics and terrific touch.
The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Thunder up by 5. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Ferguson out there with Mike Muscala. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Andre Robertson. And it's Noel in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Robertson dishes to Muscala. Robertson the pass to Schroeder. Robertson kicks to Muscala. Pass to Ferguson. 5 to shoot. Bounce pass Schroeder. Here's Robertson. That shot no good. And the Kings going the other way now. Parker finds Len. Here's Bazemore. He's covered by Muscala. Parker drives in. And the rejection by Noel. And the dunk by Robertson.
How about the long strides on his way to the cup? Andre Robertson sees the lane and takes it.
Noel against Len. Pass to Parker. Back to Len. Parker looking over the floor. And Bazemore kicks to Giles. Kept alive by Sacramento. Healed outside. Bazemore for 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Three-pointer Hield. The long distance 3 is buried.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Here's Ferguson, covered by Parker, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First free throw is good, so it's both teams making substitutions here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
To the paint. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Holmes.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
It's stolen by Hield. Drops in the breakaway layup. Hield's got 5 points in the quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Paul. Good, nice job down low. And the Thunder lead by 6.
Just so reliable. I mean, that basket there will give them a little bit more of a cushion.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Kings. From deep. Thunder with the rebound. Noel's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Ferguson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's an 8-point Thunder lead.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Hield outside. And the Kings check on 2 more.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
The Thunder leading by 6. Passes it to Paul. And the shot goes in.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
The Kings running out of time. Right side, Fox to the middle. The kick out to Barnes. Drills the three-pointer.
And you can just see the confidence of Barnes growing, scoring right when they need him.
Here's Ferguson, covered by Hield. There's the triple, and that's good. Terrence Ferguson for 3. Ferguson's got 7 points for the quarter.
And that 3 was big. I mean, it cancels out the triple at the other end, and that appeared to really tighten this game up. And really, just when the fans were starting to get into this game, how about the silencer at the other end for a potential game-saving 3?
Paul passes to Dort. Oklahoma City moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ferguson. Noel trying to break loose. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. Barnes kicks to Bielitsa. To the inside. It's stolen by Adams. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Holmes throws it down.
And what a huge sequence that could be.
Wow, a play that might come to define this game.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And an intentional foul right there.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Kings foul call.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And the future Hall of Famer continues to get it done. Paul is a special point guard who just wants to win.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Fires it up. Gallinari with the rebound. And stolen by Bielitsa. Hield from outside. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah,